Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make Tulumba. Tulumba is a very popular dessert in Middle East and also in Turkey. I really like it because it looks so expensive and luxurious in a lot of occasions, and it's crispy, sticky, amazing. So let's get started. So first I'm going to start with the syrup. So here I have 2 cups of sugar. To it I'm going to add 1 cup of water. And here I have some glucose syrup. It's optional, but it gives the Tulumba a shiny look. And also I'm going to add some lemon juice to prevent the sugar from crystallizing. Now I'm going to let it boil, and I'm not going to stir it at all. I'm going to let it boil until the syrup gets nice and thick. It has to be thick so the Tulumba doesn't get soggy when we put it in it. Now it's ready. You can add whatever you want, whatever flavor you want to it. You can add vanilla, you can add rose water, whatever you want to add. I added some vanilla because I like it with vanilla only. And now our syrup is ready. I'm gonna let it come to room temperature. As you can see, it's thick. Now we're gonna make the dough. So here I have water. I'm gonna put it in my pan. And then I'm gonna add some oil to it. All the ingredients are gonna be right down in the description below. I'm gonna wait for it until it starts to boil, and then I'm gonna grab my flour to it, and then I'm gonna add some sugar and salt to it. I'm gonna stir the sugar and the salt with the flour, and then I'm gonna add it to the boiling water. And in this stage you have to turn off the heat and start to stir it at first, and then turn on the heat and stir it until the dough starts to come together. And I want the dough to be nice and smooth. So you have to stir it for a little while. It's a little bit hard to stir, but you have to stir it well until it starts to come together. Now our dough is ready. I'm gonna put it in my stand mixer. You can do this by hand, but I really prefer using stand mixer. And also I'm gonna put the paddle attachment, and I'm gonna keep mixing the dough until it reaches room temperature. After that, I'm gonna add my egg. But before you add your egg, you have to make sure that your dough is not anymore hot at all. So the egg, when you add the egg to the dough, it doesn't cook. Now I'm gonna add my egg one by one. I used 4 eggs. It has to be thick. It has to be very thick actually, as you can see. And then I'm gonna add a good amount of vanilla. You have to add a good amount of vanilla so the tulumba doesn't turn out with an eggy flavor. As you can see, it's very thick, as you can see. Now I'm gonna use this piping bag. They are strong and I can work with them easily. Now I'm gonna put in it my piping tip, which looks like a star. And then I'm gonna start to cut my tulumba in a cold oil. This is the right way to make your tulumba and to success in it. I'm gonna put it in a cold oil, as you can see, and I'm gonna cut it on my 4 fingers. So you ended up with a uniform kind of tulumba. Now I'm gonna put it over a high heat until the oil start to heat up, and then I'm gonna lower the heat and start to stir every while using something very gentle as chopsticks or a small or a teaspoon or something like that, because you don't want it to ruin the shape of the tulumba because it's still soft in this stage. When the tulumba start to get some color, I'm gonna start to stir it using this kind of spoon. I don't know the name of it. So I'm gonna stir it very well. I'm not gonna leave it at all until the tulumba start to get a nice dark golden color, as you can see. And then I'm gonna put it right away into the cold syrup. And then I'm gonna put it in my syrup and I'm gonna stir it. You can leave it in the syrup for 10 minutes if you want the tulumba to be sweet, but I don't like to be sweet, so I just put it right away into the syrup and then I take it off the syrup very quickly because I like to fill it with other things, so the filling has some sugar in it, so I don't want to the tulumba to be too sweet. And now I'm gonna show you a way if you don't know how to use a piping bag. So it's easier for you. I put some oil in my piping bag and my piping tip, and I'm gonna start to cut my tulumba over my baking paper or parchment paper, whatever you have, and then I'm gonna cut it and I'm gonna put it into the freezer until it freezes. After that, I'm gonna fry it in like a medium hot oil. It shouldn't be too hot, as you can see in the video. and this way it's easier for beginners and you can make it if you want, but I don't like the result. Now I have my Tulumbas ready, as you can see, it's very shiny because we added some glucose syrup to the syrup, and I highly recommend adding some glucose syrup. And now it's ready. As you can see, you can eat it just as it is, but I like to fill it with some thick cream and Nutella. I really like that, and you have to try it with some Nutella and some thick cream. It's amazing with them, but if you don't want it to do that, it's up to you. And I filled it. I put some pistachios over it, and it's ready. It looks so luxurious and expensive. It's perfect for any special occasion. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and bye.